Friday, dreamers, rise and shine. Another blessed and grateful day, kicking it off with a little bit of volunteer work, giving back as always. Yes, I love it. Of service. Yes. So today, as you see, today's topic, we're going to be talking about kindling your inner fire. Now, if there's one thing I've realized, every single one of us, we all have fire inside, but sometimes life lifes. And all we need is sometimes a little bit of assistance to go ahead and get that fire going. That's what happened to me when I was in college, graduating, getting out of my car, and I was looking for somebody to be able to help me out. And here's what I started to notice, okay? There's a reason why they say teamwork makes the dream work. So that is the topic I'm gonna be touching on. Let me know, how is your Friday off? How has your week been so far? Grateful to be alive, grateful for God, grateful for each of you, and grateful to go ahead and get 1% better than yesterday. So let's dive in. Kindling your fire. I was going back through The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, one of my favorite books, as you saw me touch on it earlier this week. And another one of the chapters is this exact one, kindling your inner fire. And inside of it, he talks about even the greats, whether we're talking about the Michael Jordans, the Oprah Winfreys, the Leonardo DiCaprios, everybody goes through the ups and the ebbs and flows. And if we didn't, think about it, there would be no need for faith, there would be no need for the word belief, and there would definitely be no need for hope. So all of these actually end up playing a role when you really start thinking about this topic. And if you've ever had consistent runs in your life, where maybe you were building your body, or maybe you were training for an event, or maybe you were training for a concert, where you were consistent, you added up little wins, it compounded, and it ended up leading to a phenomenal result. You see, we all can think about moments inside of our life, and even, in fact, drop some down below. What are some moments that you can go back and really remember that got you excited, that got you really fired up? I'll give you one of mine. When I was 12 years old, we played in the Little League World Series over in Dominican Republic as Team USA. And I'll never forget how freaking hard we were practicing every day, in and out. We were getting better. We were pushing each other. We had accountability. And it just created this synergy that lit all of our fires to really go ahead and really, again, just have a competitive game. Being able to get around like-minded people that's pushing you, that's elevating. It's hard to not want to elevate. When I was getting out of school, a lot of my close friends, they didn't have goals. They didn't have visions. And almost like a thermostat, I started to drop down to their temperature. And believe it or not, it actually works the other way. Getting around mentors, getting around higher level individuals, you start to go and elevate your game. I started to realize how much time that I was actually wasting scrolling. How much time that I was wasting hanging out with people who didn't really have many productive things going on. And the moment I started to change that and get around those that did have their fire lit, that's when the real magic began. Guy, what's going on, brother? So I started to go from just hanging out. You know, some of my friends were smoking and joking. Some of them were watching TV, playing video games all day, watching Netflix. And the moment I changed my circle of influence and got around those that were focused, that had their fire lit, I would go over and I would see one of them reading. Some of them would be on a Zoom call with their mentor. Some of them would actually be digging in and beating on their craft. And I'm looking at them like, I can't just sit around and be lazy anymore. I'm ready to go ahead and really push myself to see what I can do and what I can become. So one of the first things to think about is every one of us, we have 60,000 thoughts every single day. And if you were to really go back and replay the past couple of days, what have these most dominant thoughts been? For some, maybe it could have been tied up with work, tied up with family. You know, somebody has issues going on. We all have things going on in life. But the difference is, when you look at really successful individuals, is they have what's called a North Star. They know exactly where they're going. So my question for today is, if you can go ahead and really identify the most dominant thoughts, this is where you can start to see where has our energy been. So when I started looking at this and I got asked this question, my mentor asked me, Dylan, what is your lock screen? What do you look at every single day, 1,000 times a day, that you don't even subconsciously know? And at the time, it was nothing. It was just really like a blank, normal lock screen. And he said, I want you to make a vision board. I want you to think of something that really gets you excited, and I want you to look at that every single day. And believe it or not, when you subconsciously see that, anytime that you feel lazy or you get off track, you're gonna look at that and your brain you're gonna literally, 59,000 thoughts are gonna be now focused on your goal and on your vision multiple times a day. So that's just one piece. Here's the second one. Bob Proctor, he talks about a goal card. Having a definite goal for a specific period of time. Now, for some of us, the month of December is already over, right? We're pretty much going to have Christmas and we're into 2026. So what is the goals maybe over the next 30, 60, 90 days that really allow you, not me, but you to get excited? Because that's the difference. I don't want to give a cookie cutter answer for any of you, because for everybody it's going to be different. Somebody wants to travel. Somebody else wants to take care of their family. Somebody else just wants to go ahead and really live a life where they can maybe move out of where they're at in their town right now. So again, everybody's vision for what you desire is going to be different. But the main point is the level of desire is the first place to check. Are we excited every day? Or is it just another Friday? It's another Friday. Let's just go and do what we did yesterday. The difference is waking up and knowing this day is not the same as yesterday. New conversations, new people, new opportunities. In fact, I literally just met somebody volunteering. They are so excited about what it is that we do. And it made me think, when it comes to kindling your fire, it's the little wins that really add up and compound to allow us to keep pushing. People say, D, how are you still going 10 years later? How is your fire still lit? It's because all of the little wins are literally like throwing branches and logs into the fire. And the more little wins that we pack and stack on it, the bigger the fire gets. And that's why they say, when you light yourself on fire, the world will come and see you burn. And that's the beauty of the Dream Team. All of us collectively growing together. It's like a smoke signal to anybody that is like-minded, looking for growth and ready for more out of life. So that's my topic for today, fam. Just something to think about. Kindling your fire. What have our most dominant thoughts been? What are we looking at? What are we listening to? And what are we seeing on a daily basis? Those three things are huge. Are we seeing success? Are we hearing success? And are we actually getting around it? So I love you guys. Anything you need, I've got your back. It is Friday. We've got a couple days left before Christmas to go to maximize it. We've got your back. And remember, we can be, do, and have anything. We can hold it in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hand. It's game time.